The feeling is of shedding, and it's of trying to be conscious and present. Drop the rest of the day and all the thoughts behind and be here, be now, and feel what is happening in that particular moment. So the first time I saw the image of the Matrimandir was at London Airport, where my friend bought a magazine called Mother India, and there was a picture of the Matrimandir and an article on Auroville.
In 1974, I reached Pondicherry, and after a few days in the ashram, I walked to Auroville, and then after some time I saw from a distance something which for me at that time looked like as if somebody was building a ship or something like that.
So I came to Auroville to study the economy of Auroville from my first and the last job, which was in 98.
In 2007, when I came to Auroville, I actually, my second day, I got an appointment for the inner chamber.
I was staying at Pondicherry and I cycled from Pondicherry to Auroville, had a look from the viewing point and then cycled back. And that was the first time I actually saw the Matrimandir.
I think it's the center, the soul of Auroville. And when you look at other communities who don't have something which is really connecting them, there is something missing. And in Auroville, it's actually Sri Aurobindo and the Mother's teachings, but it's on a physical level expressed through the Matrimandir.
People put their best effort. It was a center for excellence, innovation, experimentation, workshop, testing, building, breaking, improving. It was doing all that. So if we study the creation of Matrimandir in a story, I think there is a great things to learn from this.
There's something about it that feels like some ancient past, something from another world, from ancient times, that kind of meets something of a great future. So there's these two kind of aspects, and there's something in between for me always. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know whether the city was already something that was built or something that was being built. So the first I ever heard of Matrimandir is when I actually saw it.
The biggest wish that's not a building site anymore, that it's accomplished in which way ever, but that we don't have all this construction. For me, it's kind of a bit difficult to take that whole Auroville, including the Matrimandir, as a construction site.
It's taken 40 plus years to get this far, and still it's not complete. But it's the journey, it's not the destination, right? So I think that's also what the Matrimandir means right now for Auroville. It's the journey of us, Aurovilians, of mankind. It's not about completing everything. Maybe it will never be complete. Maybe it will continuously evolve, who knows? But I think the Matrimandir is the glue that bonds us together.
I feel eternally grateful. I feel blessed that my being, my soul, my physical body is getting a chance and opportunity to be part of that ambience, that physical environment, which is placed by Mother Sri Aurobindo to be the cradle of Superman. And I feel super grateful that we have something like this as a center available to us.
The Matrimandir for me it's like a place that holds it. It's the physical element of all these things I feel inside. It's not just a building, it's not a temple, it's more for me, it's a hug. It's a safe place, it's mum. It's warmth, it's nurturing. It can also be tough, but in a truthful way, and it's home.
For me, light is the key. And if I see the line of light, many thoughts and ideas come. light reflection, sunlight, sunset, sunrise. And that also makes me feel we all are the children of light. Matrimandir deals with light. It brings the supreme light, brings it down through the crystal and touches and transforms the crystal below, so Earth, Mother Earth. So for me, the theme of light, the light as an energy and transforming agent, it comes very alive.
There is this kind of penetrating light which comes from above all the way down. For me, it's a symbol like the divine light. The Shiva energy is coming down and falling into the lap of the mother.
There is no Auroville without the Matrimandir at the center. You just feel that. It's so significant, it's so important, it's the most beautiful thing that's been given to us. At the same time, the tricky part always is to disassociate it from the possible religious aspect that it can have. It was always said from the beginning that this is not a place of worship, it's not even a place for prayer, and it's really for individual development, for those who feel the need to go there and, you could say, concentrate, meditate on the divine, actually, in its purest form.
When I go inside the inner chamber, it's incredible. It's like the sensations are like 1,000 times magnified. I just be and I am, and I feel all those sensations that go through my body. I find there's no other place in the world that I've had it so strong as the inner chamber.
After being in the inner chamber, I went under the banyan tree and I was actually crying for 1 hour. 1 hour it was just crying out of joy, and I felt like coming home. I have this night shifts. I sleep under the banyan tree and having the Matrimandir in front of me and the banyan tree above me. So the soul in front and the heart around me.
Contrast between the banyan tree, it's very ancient with the owls. You have that contrast with the Matrimandir that's there behind, like kind of spaceship.
And when walking through the Matrimandir gardens and learning about the qualities and the flowers and seeing the colors and the beauty and the smells, it's again attuning into being present, but in a very different way. Very outside of my body and more into the atmosphere, while the Matrimandir and the inner chamber for me is really attuning into my body and myself. Since coming to Auroville, I've appreciated flowers more. Before I was more about vegetables and food and let's be practical, and then I come here and I learn about Mother's significance for the flowers and the pure offering of blossoming that is just pure devotion, you know, just coming out for a day and then maybe, you know, that's it for a flower.
So if you go to Matrimandir, it is the overall overarching beauty of it, whether it is in the gardens, in the environment, the design, the detailing, inner space, ambience. It is the beauty which casts an incredibly amazing, uplifting, inspiring impact on all of us.
Perhaps one of the things that I've learned from Matrimandir is of one's idea of how it must be, how it should be. You know somewhere that it has to be more than just a park. At the same time, you do sort of get a nice feeling sometimes when you see